Hello, 9th standard. Welcome back to the video session. Today we are continuing video number 20 with the same unit 22 World of Microbes. In the previous session we have learned World of Microbes as introduction with the habitat categories as four category. What are bacteria, fungus, algae, protozoan and viruses. Yeah. And then habitat as terrestrial, aquatic, atmospheric and living parasites. Other type of parasites. And then we have learned about structure of a bacterial cell, their occurrence, size and shapes. And then in viruses, we have learned the characteristics of viruses as living and non-living. And then virus, it is formed of outer protein coat and then the genetic material as DNA or RNA. And then this viruses, they are as prions, viroids and virus proper. These prions are the outer protein coat which is highly infectious. Same way, the genetic material, infected particle of this genetic material of viruses, they are viroids. Okay? We learned it as virus structure. I hope you remember that. Then the fungus, the plant body of fungus is called thallus, which is formed of mycelium. That mycelium in turn formed of hyphae. And this fungal hyphae, it reproduces sexually and asexually. And the sexual method, it is called conjugation and formation of gametangium. The previous session is fungus reproducing sexually by the formation of gametangium. Gametangium na the gamete forming structure. Gametangium as male antheridium. Male, it is antheridium and female archegonium. Normally, இது இந்த bryophyte தான் நம்ம நிறைய படிப்போம். இதுல just gametangium தான் சொல்லுவோம். சரி? As male and female. And asexual reproduction நம்ம நிறைய படிச்சோம்ல as zoospores, aplanospores, akinets and as normal spores. Yeah. And the conidiospores. This is for the fungal spores that in our last session I found. Okay. Now like today, it is beneficial activities of microbe. Otherwise, application of microbes. Sorry. Now this beneficial activity, it is in agriculture, food, industries, and medicine. Beneficial activities in agriculture, food, medicines and industries. Now this beneficial activity, that first one, it is agriculture. Now I will explain this with the theoretical portion, and continuation of this session is wherever possible the examples as different bacteria and fungal microbe pictures the continuation of the lesson as usual now the picture representation pattern. So now here first agriculture, for the soil enrichment with the nutrients, which is as carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur and phosphorus. They are cycled back. Agriculture, the elements, inorganic elements, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur and phosphorus, they are recycled. We learn it as carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle படிப்போம். They are together called biogeochemical cycle. அந்த மாதிரி வந்து they are enriching the soil with the nutrients. Okay, otherwise சொல்லும் replenishing the soil. Okay, so normally it is soil nutrients are enriched. Then it is as biofertilizers. Biofertilizers now normally we have learnt as green plants. They are the producers. 3 level of food pyramid படிப்போம்ல. They are as producers and consumers. Under consumers we have learnt as primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumers. And finally they form the decomposers. Decomposers, they are nothing but dead and decayed matter of all these producers and consumers, and they are acting upon this bacteria and mostly fungi. They are acting upon this decomposed matter and then finally taken back to the soil taken back by the plants from the soil with the enriched nutrients. Another biofertilizers, right? Then another one, it is symbiosis. The enrichment of the soil is called symbiosis. Normally it is present in the root nodules of leguminous plants. Leguminous plants na எல்லாமே இந்த அவரை, துவரை, பட்டாணி, அகத்திக்கீரை இருக்குல்ல, there are leguminous plants, pulses variety. They are leguminous plants. And these plants, they have in their roots with some nodule-like structure. Nodule na முடிச்சு, இந்த மாதிரி முடிச்சா நிறைய காட்டும், நிறைய present இருக்கும். These are all root nodules. Root nodules. Okay. And these root nodules, they are helping the leguminous plant to fix the nitrogen. Normally, green plants cannot take nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. It is taking in the form. Plants are taking nitrogen in the form of ammonia, nitrates and nitrates. சரியா? அதுதான் nitrogen cycle. அதுக்கு வந்து to fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere, to absorb the nitrogen, to take the nitrogen from the atmosphere, these bacteria which are present in the root nodules, they are helpful. So the association of two living organisms, when both are mutually benefited, it is called symbiosis. The phenomenon is called symbiosis. And the bacterium which is present inside the root nodule, it is called symbiotic bacteria. Okay. Example: Acetobacter, Nasta, Rhizobium and Frankia. These are all symbiotic bacteria. அதுல இந்த Nasta வந்து free living. அது வந்து நம்ம soil இருந்தாலே it is helpful in taking nitrogen from the atmosphere. சரி. Other three, Acetobacter, Rhizobium and Frankia, they are nitrogen fixing bacterium. They are present in the root nodules of leguminous plant. So in the plant, root nodules get the shelter from the root system, and that root system in turn get the nitrogen from the root nodule. So both are benefited. This is called symbiotic association. I hope you are able to follow this. The next one is this microbes. They are as biological control agents. Microbes, they function as biological control agents. As typical example, Bacillus thuringiensis. We in short we say Bt toxin. Actually, it is a toxic substance which are toxin to the insect larva. Normally, the செடியில பூச்சிக்கடி இருக்கும்ல, அந்த பூச்சிக்கடிக்கெல்லாம் இந்த Bacillus thuringiensis அந்த பாக்டீரியாவை பவுடர் பண்ணி கமர்ஷியலி பவுடர் பண்ணி அதை வந்து இந்த பூச்சிக்கடியில் உள்ள செடியில் உள்ள பூச்சிக்கடி மருந்தா போட்டோம்னா that will kill the larva of the insects. சில செடியில பூச்சியா அரிச்சிருக்கும் இல்லையா, வெள்ளையா இருக்கும் பூச்சி அரிச்சிருக்கும். They are all controlled by the bacterium called Bacillus thuringiensis. So it is called biocontrol agents. Some of the bacteria, they act as biocontrol agents. I hope you understand. So microbes in agriculture 4 பாயிண்ட் படிக்கிறோம். என்னெல்லாம்? First, cycling of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, then sulfur and phosphorus. And then biofertilizers. They act as biofertilizer. They show symbiotic association. Then they form biological agent, biocontrol agents. So the next one is food. It is mainly preservation of beverage. Food preservation and it is fermentation process. The food fermentation process, they are mainly in the industries. First, curing of coffee, tea and tobacco leaves. Coffee seeds நமக்கு வந்து காஃபி பீன்ஸ் இருக்கு, ரெண்டும் காஃபி கொட்டை சொல்லுவோம்ல, அந்த காஃபி சீட்ஸ் தான் காஃபி பீன்ஸ். ஸோ காஃபி பீன்ஸ், டீ லீஃப் அண்ட் டொபாக்கோ லீஃப் இருக்கு. டொபாக்கோ லீஃப், they are cured by the action of the bacterium Bacillus megaterium. சரியா? And then Bacillus, Lactobacillus lacti, species name Lactobacillus lacti. It is changing milk into curd. So Lactobacillus lacti changing milk into curd. Then some organic acids as oxalic acid, acetic acid and citric acid, they are produced in the large scale in the industries by the action of Aspergillus niger. They are as the bacterium Aspergillus, actually the fungus Aspergillus niger, they are acting upon and produce these acids. And also the enzymes like lipase, invertase and proteases. Another one, glucose oxidase. These enzymes are also acted upon by the bacterium and other microbes as the industrial application. I hope you are able to follow this. Okay. So industries first fermentation, food fermentation process, fermentation as curing and curd, organic acid, and fourth one on the action of enzymes. Okay. Then next one, last one, it is medicine. It is as antibiotics. Medicine, they play a role in antibiotics. First, penicillin is produced by Penicillium notatum. இதெல்லாம் நான் வந்து பிக்சர் வச்சிருக்கேன். கண்டினியூஷன் ஆஃப் த செஷன்ல இது எல்லாத்துக்கும் பிக்சர் வச்சிருக்கேன், அதோட எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் காட்டுறேன். சரியா? Penicillium notatum. Penicillium notatum is producing the antibiotic penicillin, and it is first done by Alexander Fleming. சரியா? And then there are many infectious diseases that is controlled by the production of antibiotics. I hope you follow this. Then last one, it is vaccine. Vaccines are the substances which are produced first the antigen in killed vaccine are live form but which are inactive. Those vaccine when they are introduced into the body, the WBC in our body will identify the foreign substance as antigen, and then it will act upon the antigen to kill the antigen. So we come across two terms. One is antigen, another one antibody. So now this antigen and antibody, they are normally forming lock and key mechanism. Suppose ஒரு chicken pox virus வந்து நம்ம பிளட்டுக்குள்ள போயிடுச்சுன்னா the person will be suffering from chicken pox. இல்லையா? So the chicken pox virus antigen entered into the body, and then after suffering அது வந்து நல்ல இந்த antibody fight பண்ணி it is cured. Yeah. So the second time when this chickenpox virus நம்ம பாடிக்குள்ள வந்ததுன்னா the person will not be affected. ஏன்னா அவனுக்கு தெரிந்த பிளட்டுக்கு தெரியும் நீ ஏற்கனவே வந்திருக்க ஒன்றை உள்ள விட மாட்டேன் அப்படின்னு. சரியா? ஸோ அந்த பிரின்சிபிள் தான் இந்த வேக்சின். இப்போ குழந்தைகளுக்கு நம்ம இப்போ ரைட் ஃப்ரம் த சைல்டு பர்த் நம்ம டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டோசஸ் ஆஃப் வேக்சின் கொடுக்குறோம் இல்லையா, ஃபார் ப்ரிவென்டிங் த டிசீசஸ் லைக் போலியோ, டியூபர்குலோசிஸ், அண்ட் தென் டிப்தீரியா, நிமோனியா, டெட்டனஸ், இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய டிசீசஸ்க்கு, ஹெப்படைட்டிஸ், இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய டிசீசஸ்க்கு அட் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஏஜ் குரூப்பில் நம்ம வந்து வேக்சின் கொடுக்குறோம்ல, அதுதான் இதுக்கு ப்ரிவென்ஷன். ஸோ இந்த வேக்சின் வந்து இட் இஸ் அ லைவ் வேக்சின் ஆர் கில்டு வேக்சின் ஆஸ் ஆக்டிவ் அண்ட் inactive form. Inactive vaccine form வந்து attenuated vaccine சொல்லுவோம். I hope you are able to follow this. Yes sir. So to sum up, we have என்ன இருக்கு, நம்ம continuation of this will be in the picture presentation. PowerPoint மாதிரி போடுறோம்ல, அது மாதிரி picture presentation, explanation with the pictures that we will continue. Okay, so to sum up, microbes beneficial activity as agriculture, food, industries and medicines. Agriculture la four uses enala cycling, recycling of or nitrogen cycle padikanola, biogeochemical cycle, and then biofertilizer, symbiosis, biocontrol agents, right? Then ஃபுட் அண்ட் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ரெண்டுமே ஒன்றுதான். அதில் ஃபர்மெண்டேஷன், கர்டு, ஆர்கானிக் கன்வர்ஷன் ஆஃப் மில்க் இன்டு கர்டு, ஆர்கானிக் ஆசிட், என்சைம்ஸ். ஓகே, அண்ட் தென் மெடிசனில் ஆன்டிபயோட்டிக்ஸ் அண்ட் வேக்சின். ஓகே, ஸோ அக்கார்டிங்லி தீஸ் ஆர் த 4 applications that is discussed in our textbook. சரியா? ஸோ இந்த வீடியோவோட கண்டினியூஷன் நம்ம மறுபடியும் சொல்கிறேன், பிக்சர் வச்சு some description and explanation we will continue. Right? I hope you have understood this. Okay, thank you. Hello 9th standard, this is our continuation of video 20. We have been discussing World of Microbes as application. Yeah, what are all we have seen here as applications now? Actually it is beneficial activities of these microbes, especially bacteria. They play a major role in the environment and the society for helping the living organisms. Okay, now these applications we learn under the heading as agriculture, food, industries and medicines. In our textbook, these are the 4 categories. Just now we have learned. Is it not? அது வந்து நம்ம pictures and கொஞ்சம் descriptive in the presentationல now we will see. Now this figure represents application of all the microbes. Now here this is type of microbe. This is bacteria, bacillus shape. This is bacillus shape. This is algae. நம்ம diatom சொல்லுவோம் அந்த மாதிரி. இது வந்து fungi, penicillium. அந்த மாதிரி ஒன்னொன்னும் ஒரு type of microbe helpful in the society. They are useful to the society and the environment. Okay. Now next, beneficial activities of microbe in agriculture, food, industry and medicine. This is the heading. Now previous நான் describe பண்ணிருந்தேன்ல blackboard that description we are going to do now. Right? Now first one is agriculture. என்ன படிச்சோம்? Agriculture mainly they are used as biofertilizers. Biofertilizers na these microbes normally நம்ம வந்து இது படிச்சிருக்கோம்ல as green plants are the producers and they are consumed by primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumers. And all these consumers finally they form the dead and decayed matter that forms the decomposers and that is converted into soil nutrients. That is mainly by the bacteria, cyanobacteria and some saprophytic fungus. நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம்ல அதுதான் biofertilizers, right? So microorganisms which enrich the soil with the nutrients are called as biofertilizers. As bacteria, cyanobacteria and fungi are the main sources of biofertilizers. Adla, nitrogen is one of the main source of plant nutrients. At the same time, atmospheric nitrogen cannot be taken by the green plant directly. So it has to be converted to available form of nitrogen. Available form of nitrogen, they are in the form of ammonia, nitrites and nitrates. Okay. So this is done by the microbes either in the free living conditions or having symbiotic relationship with the plants. Symbiotic, symbiosis is a phenomenon where both the partners are mutually benefited. Both the partners, typical example, root nodules of leguminous plant in the picture. Root nodules of leguminous plant. இதுல வந்து leguminous plantனா இந்த pulses variety இருக்குல்ல அவரை, துவரை, கொத்தவரைங்க, பீன்ஸ், cluster beans and then அகத்திக்கீரை. அது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அகத்திக்கீரை ஆக்சுவலா அது வந்து ஒரு ட்ரீ. இது வந்து ஆக்சுவலா அகத்திக்கீரையோட ரூட் சிஸ்டம். இந்த ரூட் சிஸ்டம்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லா நாடியூல்ஸ் மாதிரி முடிச்சு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா அந்த மாதிரி நாடியூல்ஸ் இருக்கு. அதெல்லாம் தான் root nodules in the bacteria present in that. In what way they are helpful? This root nodules of leguminous plant contain bacteria. That bacteria has Acetobacter, Rhizobium and Frankia. These are all nitrogen fixing. They are called nitrogen fixing bacteria. Main the Acetobacter, Rhizobium இந்த மாதிரி root nodules ல இருக்கும். சரியா? So now these root nodules get the shelter from the leguminous root system which in turn fixing the nitrogen. They are capable of taking nitrogen from the atmosphere. So in turn they fix the nitrogen for this leguminous plant. This symbiotic association, mutual benefits of both the partner, that is called symbiotic association and the phenomenon is known as symbiosis. சரியா? So இதுல வந்து மெயினா இந்த agricultureல they play a major role. That in turn will enrich the soil nutrients. I hope you are able to follow this. நான் இதுல example the Acetobacter nostoc வந்து ஒரு blue green algae. Actually இந்த green algae தான், but now they are included under blue green algae. they are free living. They are not a parasite or saprophyte. They are free living. இந்த figure இருக்குல்ல, இதெல்லாமே இந்த green structure பாரு. They are filamentous free living structure non-stop. Okay. நான் இந்த இதுல சில இதுலலாம் நம்ம வந்து reproductive structure படிச்சிருக்கோம். As they reproduce by zoospores, aplanospores, akinase லாம் படிச்சோம்ல. அது மாதிரி இந்த non-stop will reproduce asexually by the formation of akinase. நான் அந்த red dot காட்டுறேன் பார் pointer. அதெல்லாம் akinase. I hope you could recollect. You could identify this, recognize this. This one akinate, this is akinate, this is akinate. They are all asexual reproductive spores. Okay. So Nasdaq, it is a free living algae. Blue, actually the blue green algae. Then Acetobacter and Rhizobium, they are always present in the root nodules of leguminous plant. Same way, Frankia, the brown structure of Frankia. இதுல வந்து root nodules ஒன்னு ரெண்டு தான் தெரியுது இந்த root systemல. Whereas இதுல நிறைய அசிங்கமா இருக்கு actually. நிறைய dot இருக்கு. There are Frankia free micro present in the root system. I hope you understand. So microbes in agriculture, they are as biofertilizer. They enrich the soil nutrients, and then they also helpful in fixing atmospheric nitrogen, thereby exhibiting symbiotic association. I hope you are able to follow this. Example, symbiotic bacteria. Example, we say Acetobacter, Nostoc, Rhizobium, and Frankia. Adla Nostoc வந்து free living microbe. Nostoc is a free living microbe. Actually, it is a blue-green algae. I hope you could follow this. The next one, it is microorganisms in our daily life. சும்மா நான் இது ஒரு நல்ல figure கிடைச்சது அதனால போட்டிருக்கேன். These are all mushrooms. நாய்க்கொடை சொல்றோம்ல, நம்ம இப்பெல்லாம் வந்து காளான் சாப்பிடுறோம்ல நிறைய பேர். அதான் இது நிறைய இருக்கு. இது வந்து single one enlarge. This is நாய்க்கொடை mushroom. காளான் நாய்க்கொடை கூட சொல்ல மாட்டேன். இது வந்து காளான். ஆக்சுவலா இது வந்து ஒரு agaricus species. அதுலயே agaricusல வந்து poisonous and non poisonous இருக்கு. அந்த கலர் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஒயிட்டிஷா இருந்தது, நல்லா yellowish-ஆ இருக்கு. அந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் படிச்சு பார்த்துட்டு whether it is a edible mushroom or notங்கிறத நம்ம கேர்ஃபுல்லா பார்த்துக்கணும். சரியா? So this is microorganisms in our daily life-ல நம்ம சும்மா ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் காமிச்சிருக்கேன். Okay. Now this is microorganisms and food. நம்ம 4 category applications of micro படிக்கிறோம். First one வந்து agriculture. அதுல என்னெல்லாம் agricultureல they form the biofertilizers which enrich the soil nutrients. Second, they are fixing atmospheric nitrogen, and that atmospheric nitrogen is fixed by the bacteria by the phenomenon called symbiosis. Example, Rhizobium, Nostoc, Acetobacter and Frankia. அதுல Nostoc வந்து free living microbe. ஞாபகம் வருதா? அடுத்தது வந்து microorganisms in food. In what way they are per? The food that we eat are rarely, if ever, sterile. They carry microbial association whose composition depends upon which organisms gain access and how they grow, survive and interact in the food over the time. And the microbes present will originate from the natural microflora of the raw material. For example, இங்க பாரு, இது வந்து bread. bread நம்ம அப்படியே விட்டுட்டோம்னா இந்த மாதிரி whitish patches வரும். அப்புறம் சிலதுல வந்து இந்த மாதிரி பச்சை பச்சையா ஆயிடும். இதுதான் ஸ்பாயில்டு பிரெட். ஆக்சுவலா இதுதான், இது வந்து ஒரு கேக் மாதிரி இருக்கு இல்ல. சோ இது எல்லாமே மைக்ரோப்ஸ் தட் we are that is present on the food. நல்ல நம்ம சிலது வந்து useful activity, சிலது வந்து harmful activity. Useful வந்து நம்ம வந்து milk changing into curd சொல்றோம்ல, by the action of lactobacillus அந்த மாதிரி இதுலயும் இருக்கும். So these are all microbe actual bacteria. சரியா? இது வந்து பிரெட்ல பிரெட் ஸ்லைஸ்ல ஃபங்கஸ் இருக்கு. இந்த ஒயிட்டிஷ் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் எல்லாம் ஃபங்கஸ், microbe as fungus structure. Okay. The next one, it is beneficial microorganisms. இது என்ன சொல்லிருக்கு? First, helpful bacteria. It turns milk into yogurt. நம்ம next காட்டுறேன். It turns milk into yogurt. Yogurtனா இந்த தயிர் மாதிரி உள்ளது. Then it produces cheese. இதுதான் yogurt. Then it produces cheese. This is cheese. And then they are present in our stomach to help digestion of the food. This what is it? Stomach will contain numerous useful bacteria which is helpful in digesting the food. சரியா? So this is the picture. இது வந்து ஒரு just useful bacteria. Okay. Then another one, we come across probiotics that is playing a major role in human body. What are all? They are the combination of live beneficial bacteria, and they may be bacteria or yeast, and they are naturally present in our body. There are some bacteria which are naturally present in our body. Actually, the beneficial bacteria, and they are present in our body. Typical example, our intestine will have the useful bacteria called E. coli, Escherichia coli. இதுதான் actually இந்த stomach picture இதுல மறைஞ்சிருக்கு. beneficial bacteria இந்த மாதிரி stomach diagram. Okay, so this is probiotics and beneficial bacteria. This is one of the beneficial activity of the microbe. Okay. Then bacteria, they are useful in industries. Industries la first என்ன சொன்னேன்? First, production of fermented beverages. Production of fermented beverages. Beverages na wine, இந்த இது மாதிரிலாம் சொல்ல பீர்லாம் சொல்லுவல அதெல்லாம் beverages like wine are produced by fermentation of grapefruits by the yeast group Saccharomyces cerevisiae. இது வந்து ஒரு type of yeast group. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Yeast is a fungi. Okay, it is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, name of the yeast. Then it is helpful in curing of coffee beans. Coffee kotta சொல்றோம்ல, அது coffee beans, tea leaf and tobacco leaf. Beans of coffee na the coffee kotta and cocoa, leaves of tea and tobacco are fermented by the bacterium Bacillus megaterium. இதோட action of curing of this tea, coffee and tobacco leaves வந்து, that is active fermentation is done by the bacterium called Bacillus megaterium. Okay, and this gives a special aroma. Aroma na ஒரு டேஸ்டும் ஸ்மெல்லும் கொடுக்கும். அதான் aroma. காஃபி ஸ்மெல், காஃபி டேஸ்ட் உண்டு இல்லையா, ஃபில்டர் காஃபி ஸ்பெஷலி. அப்புறம் இப்பெல்லாம் அந்த ப்ரூ, நெஸ்கேஃபே அதுக்கெல்லாம் ஒரு டேஸ்ட் இருக்குல்ல, அது aroma. Okay, so Bacillus megaterium. I hope you are able to follow this. Then this third one is production of curd. It is Lactobacillus species which is converting milk into curd. Lactobacillus species, it is converting milk into curd. அதான் இந்த இருக்கு பாரு, இந்த கர்ட்ல யோகர்ட் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி வச்சு அதில் இந்த செரி ஃப்ரூட், கிரேப்ஸ் எல்லாம் போட்டு வச்சிருப்பா. அதுதான் லாக்டோபெசிலஸ் இன் யோகர்ட் சொல்றோம். அடுத்தது இது வந்து சில சீஸ், இந்த வைன் பாட்டில், வைன் பீர் பாட்டில்லாம் வைப்பால, அதெல்லாம் இதுல இருக்கு. Okay. Then இது வந்து சில useful bacteria as lactobacillus acidophilus, then acidophilus bifidus, and then streptococcus species. இது மூணுமே ஒரு bacterial species. I hope you are able to follow this. So industry first production of fermented beverages, then curing of coffee bean, tea leaf and tobacco leaf. Fermented beverage வந்து by the action of Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Curing of tea, coffee and tobacco வந்து by the fermenting action of Bacterium Bacillus megaterium. Then production of curd வந்து Lactobacillus species. Then fourth one, production of organic acids, enzymes and vitamins. The microbes, they are also helpful in organic acid, enzymes and vitamins. அதுக்கும் இந்த acidophilus bacterium helpful. Oxalic acid, acetic acid and citric acid, they are produced by the fungus Aspergillus niger. And the names கேட்பேன் இதெல்லாம் Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Bacillus megaterium, Lactobacillus species and Aspergillus niger. இதெல்லாம் creative questions வரும். சரியா? Then enzymes like lipase, invertase, proteases and glucose oxidase are derived from microbe. என்னது? First, they are helpful in, microbes are helpful in production of organic acids, enzymes and vitamins. அதில் oxalic acid, acetic acid and citric acid are produced by the fungus Aspergillus niger. Then enzymes like lipase, invertase, proteases and glucose oxidase are derived from microbes. Another one, yeast are the rich source of vitamin B complex. So, நம்ம இந்த presentationல we are learning microbes, useful activities of microbes in industry. First one, it is in fermented beverages. Then fermentation by the action of Bacillus megaterium. இதுக்கு curing of coffee bean, coffee seeds சொல்லலாம், coffee bean, tea leaf and tobacco leaves. Then production of curd by Lactobacillus species. Production of organic acids, enzymes and vitamins as oxalic acid, acetic acid and citric acid. They are produced by the fungus Aspergillus niger. ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? ஸோ இந்த 4 பாக்டீரியமும் ஒரு ஈஸ்டும் என்னெல்லாம் 3 பாக்டீரியமும் ஒரு ஈஸ்டும் படிச்சிருக்கோம். எக்ஸாம்பிள் இதெல்லாம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் Saccharomyces cerevisiae, ஸ்பெல்லிங் படி Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Then Bacillus megaterium. Next Lactobacillus species. Actually Lactobacillus lacti அதன் பேரு. சரியா? Then Aspergillus niger. இந்த நேம்ஸ் வந்து உனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். I hope you understand. The next one is another, இது வந்து ஒரு just ஒரு figure எனக்கு கிடைச்சது as Lactobacillus rhamnosus. It is a type of bacteria present in our intestine. L for Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus rhamnosus is a type of bacteria found in our intestine, and it belongs to the genus Lactobacillus, which is a type of bacteria that produce lactase, the enzyme called lactase. Actually அது வந்து மில்க் கன்வெர்ட் பண்றது இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி மில்க்ல அப்புறம் வந்து சுகர்ல உள்ளது எல்லாத்தையும் it is breaking down, right? So Lactobacillus rhamnosus, it belongs to the genus Lactobacillus, which is a type of bacteria that produce the enzyme lactase. அதோட main function என்ன? It breaks down the sugar lactose, which is found in dairy into lactic acid. Dairy na dairy product, milk product. Okay, dairy products la, which is converting into lactic acid. Bacteria from this genus வந்து இதே மாதிரி another example lactobacillus species அதுல வந்து ஒண்ணு விட்டுருக்கு. I hope you understand. And the இதுதான் இந்த figure வந்து lactobacillus rhamnosus. இது வந்து rod shape bacteria. So இந்த ஒன்று தனியா காட்டுற பத்தியா இதெல்லாம் rod shape காட்டுற. Bacillusனாலே அது வந்து rod shape bacteria. அந்த மாதிரிலாம் நான் creative question கேட்பேன். Okay, so lactobacillus rhamnosus is a type of bacteria found in our intestine, and it belongs to the genus Lactobacillus, which is a type of bacteria that produce the enzyme lactase, and it breaks down the sugar lactose, which is found in the dairy, the milk product that is taken into lactic acid. அவ்வளவுதான் இந்த sentence விட்டுரும் சரியா. So the figure represents the Lactobacillus rhamnosus. I hope you understand. The next one is microbes in medicine. இதுதான் நீ கொஞ்சம் careful microbes in medicine. Normally the antibiotics what we are taking. Microbes in medicine. Antibiotics are metabolic products of microbes. Microbe நாலும் ஒண்ணுதான், microorganism நாலும் ஒண்ணுதான், which are in low concentration and are inhibitory. It will prevent the growth of the microbe. Then in 1929, Alexander Fleming produced the first antibiotic, penicillin. This figure is penicillium. The fungus Penicillium notatum. இந்த பூ மாதிரி நிறைய பூச்சிருக்கு பத்தியா, பால் பாலா இருப்பாரு, அதெல்லாம் they are called இதெல்லாமே they are called conidia. அந்த conidia தான் அந்த spores of conidia தான் they are taken for the preparation of the drug antibiotic penicillin. Okay, so this Penicillium notatum in the figure வந்து சரியா. So in 1929 Alexander Fleming produced the first antibiotic, that is penicillin. Right? So in human, antibiotics are used to control infectious diseases like cholera, diphtheria, pneumonia, typhoid, etc. These are the examples of diseases as cholera, diphtheria, pneumonia, typhoid, etc. I hope you understand. So this is a microbe in medicine. இது வந்து சும்மா ஒரு antibiotic example. Okay. Now, how are these antibiotics are produced? They are as bacteria. The microbe Streptomyces griseus is used to prepare the antibiotic streptomycin. Streptomyces griseus is producing streptomycin. Same way, Streptomyces erythraeus giving erythromycin. Then Bacillus subtilis. The B வந்து silent here. Bacillus subtilis is producing the antibiotic bacillin. I hope you understand. So bacteria la என்னலாம்னா Streptomyces griseus is producing streptomycin. Streptomyces erythraeus is giving erythromycin. Bacillus subtilis is producing bacillin. These are all type of microorganisms and these are the antibiotics. Same way in fungi, fungi will also produce antibiotic as Penicillium notatum. இந்த figure தான் Penicillium notatum. The antibiotic penicillin is produced. Then Cephalosporium acrimonium is giving the antibiotic cephalosporin. Cephalosporium acrimonium is giving the antibiotic cephalosporin. So this is the table you have to understand and learn with the example. What are the microbes used for preparing what type of antibiotics. The name you should, I hope you understand. Hmm? So these are microbes in medicine. Sorry. And another thing, these microbes, sorry, this antibiotic, they are they are active only for the bacterial and fungal diseases. For viral diseases, நம்ம இன்னும் படிக்கல, அடுத்தது படிப்போம். Next video session viral diseases க்கு antibiotic will not work out, will not function. ஏன்னாக்க virus, it is not showing, it shows both the characters living and non-living, and no inhibition of that growth can be prevented. So antibiotics will work out only for microbes such as bacterial diseases and fungal, these other diseases other than viral diseases, but these antibiotics will work, will function. The next last one, it is vaccine. Vaccine என்ன சொல்றோம்? Vaccines are prepared by killing or making the microbes inactive, and the inactive attenuated nu solluvom. Vaccines are prepared by killing or making the microbes inactive, attenuated. This inactive microbes, this attenuated microbes are unable to cause disease but stimulate the body to produce antibodies. This will, to cause the disease, it becomes inactive. Same time, it stimulates the body to produce antibodies against the antigen in the microbes. உனக்கு இதுல ஒரு டேர்ம் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும், ஆன்டிஜன் அண்ட் ஆன்டிபாடி. அந்த பிளாக் போர்டு டீச்சிங்ல நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிருக்கேன், ஆன்டிபாடி அண்ட் ஆன்டிஜன் combination. சரியா? Then the type of vaccine live attenuated. It is used for MMR vaccine, that is measles, mumps and rubella. Rubella is a ஒரு type of fever. Then Bacillus calmette-guerin is for tuberculosis. Then inactivated, killed antigen polio virus. Polio drops, that is for polio virus. It is helpful to give the vaccine for polio. Then subunit, some of them, they are purified antigen and they are helpful to give hepatitis B vaccine, and it is for the disease hepatitis B. Same way, toxoid inactivated antigen. It purified, it inactivated antigen where we are giving for tetanus toxoid. TT na tetanus toxoid. இப்போ நமக்கு ஏதாவது அடிபட்டது இல்லைன்னா கீழே விழுந்து ஏதாவது தெரியல, என்ன அடிபட்டிருக்குங்கிறதெல்லாம் தெரியலன்னா டாக்டர்கிட்ட போனா ஒரு டிடி போடுவோம்பா இல்லையா, அதுதான் டெட்டானஸ் டாக்ஸாய்டு. That will prevent the disease tetanus. Another one, same way, diphtheria toxoid. DT no சொல்லலாம். Diphtheria toxoid. This is for the disease diphtheria. I hope you are able to follow this. Yeah. So what have we done? Vaccine, you should know, vaccines are prepared by killing or making the microbes inactive, that is attenuated. And these inactive microbes are unable to cause the diseases. At the same time, it stimulates the body to produce antibody to fight against the antigens. I hope you are able to follow. And then you should know this table. So in the chapter first World of Microbes, first structure of habitat adella படிச்சோம்னா introduction, அப்புறம் about the bacteria, fungi, viruses படிச்சாச்சு. At the second video session we have learned application of microbes. Okay, so next video session நம்ம we will learn bacterial, viral and other fungal diseases. Okay, so we will continue in the next session. that we will see. Thank you.